Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is iTalk. Here, and in today's video, we have a brand new video. So today I wanted to talk about Creative 2.0 and what my plan is for Creative 2.0. A lot of people in the community know what this is going to be. It's essentially going to be creative, but with modding, but it's probably going to be pretty limited. Now, I don't know how to use anything with like Unreal Engine or Blender or anything of that sort. I'm not the biggest fan of using that sort of software. It's just not really for me. But I do plan on maybe paying some people or maybe even making a team for Creative 2.0 when it launches, as I do have a very specific thing I want to make with Creative 2.0, and I want to tell you guys what my plan is. So for me to discuss exactly what I want to make with 2.0, we have to talk about a game called Modern Warfare 2. No, not the newest one. I'm talking about the 2009 version of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I grew up with this game. I must have been 13 years old when I played this game. This game has shaped up my childhood more than any other game has, most likely. This is, without a doubt, my favorite Call of Duty game ever made. And yes, there are other Call of Duties I really like Call of Duty 4, World at War, even Modern Warfare 3 I didn't think was all that bad. Black Ops 2 was a phenomenal game. Call of Duty is a very special game to me. It was the first game I really got to play a series of before Overwatch came out and then before Fortnite came out. So my roots are really ingrained with Call of Duty. We're going to talk about Modern Warfare 2 today because this is what I want to do with Creative 2.0. I want to make my own Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, but put it in Fortnite. The first thing that is the biggest deal for me with Creative is first-person mode. I am a huge fan of the first-person shooter genre. Again, Call of Duty, Overwatch, big fan of all those sort of games, even like Roblox with like Arsenal and all that. Like, I have thoroughly enjoyed the FPS genre for years now, and I want that to be put into Fortnite. As soon as we get an option for first-person mode, which has been leaked that it's being worked on, so we do know that that will be working eventually, I am very excited to get my hands on this first-person mode and to try to make Modern Warfare 2 in Fortnite. That's the biggest thing, though, is the first-person mode needs to be a thing. And now I'm going to be showing you gameplay of Modern Warfare 2, and I'm going to break down just some simple things with the game that I want to incorporate with 2.0. The first thing for sure, like I said, first-person mode has to be a must. The second thing that I really want to do, and I think would be a really fun idea, is to offer more player customization, because let's be honest here, first-person mode really negates the fact that you really need skins in Fortnite anymore. Because let's face it, you only see your hands and your arms, and maybe you'll see your outfit if you do an emote or something like that. If there's a way to do that, that would be really cool to see your character, but for the most part, it's a first-person mode game. You're not going to be able to see your character all that much. So to counter that, how about we have more customization with our characters? Modern Warfare 2 and all the other Call of Duty games that have this sort of title and emblem system, I've been a huge fan of. And what these titles and emblems do in these Call of Duty games is it showcases how much dedication you have to the game. If you have a really rare emblem or a really rare title, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, this guy's a pretty big deal in this sort of server or this game mode or whatever have you. We still got to figure out how we actually can enable this sort of thing, but I think that a title and emblem system would be a really neat idea. So, for example, there's titles in Call of Duty where it's like, get kills with certain amounts of guns, or get a certain amount of headshots, or use a certain amount of kill streaks. There's a whole bunch of different sort of things in order for you to actually unlock really cool titles and emblems. And what I want to do is I also want to commission a whole bunch of artists in the Fortnite community to create titles and emblems that you can then earn in-game by doing specific things. And I think that'd be a really neat idea. Again, I feel like this might be a really hard thing to implement because, again, we're so blind with how 2.0 is going to work. I'm just spitballing my idea on what I would want to see. There are some titles out there where you have to do insane amounts of grinding in order for you to achieve certain things. That's another thing I would like to do too. I want there to be a level system where you can actually see your number, and as high as your number gets, the more weapons you unlock, the more perks you unlock, the more kill streaks you unlock. If there's a way to make kill streaks in this game, I would absolutely do that too. I just think there's so much you could possibly do with Creative 2.0. And again, this is just my idea. I don't even know what we can actually do with Creative 2.0. I'm just saying what I want to do if we do end up getting this. I think making Modern Warfare 2 in Creative 2.0 would be absolutely insane. I would love for there to be rank progression, earning titles and emblems, maybe even making charms if that's a possible thing to do, have our own sort of leaderboards, have our own lobbies, map voting, game modes. I would absolutely love to just try to remake that. Again, I'm just going to be hiring a whole bunch of people or just paying a whole bunch of people to make this for me because I don't know how to do any of this, but I would like to direct a sort of Call of Duty remake in Fortnite. And with the gameplay that I'm showing you, I'm using weapons that are already in Fortnite, like the Scar and the Spaz shotgun. Like, there is a whole bunch of different weapons in Modern Warfare 2 alone that already utilize some weapons that we have in Fortnite, but I want to make this completely Fortnite related. And I just think that'd be a really cool idea, and I'm really excited to see what Creative 2.0 allows us to do. But I am just so excited to kind of bring my vision of Call of Duty into Fortnite, because honestly, a first-person mode dedicated to a sort of Modern Warfare 2 system, I think would be a really fun idea, and I think a ton of people would enjoy this sort of thing. Again, I don't even know if any of this is possible. I just am excited for it, and I just wanted to talk about it with you guys and get your opinion on how I could maybe incorporate all this, and would you guys be interested in playing something like this? So here is a basic rundown of what Modern Warfare 2 looks like for multiplayer. So we have our main menu here. We have Find Game, Private Match, Create a Class, Call Sign, and Kill Streaks, Barracks, and an Invite feature. So also when we hover over my name, you can see I do have a rank, a number, a calling card, and an emblem, and also my name there. So this is kind of what I'm talking about with customization. I want there to be a thing where, like, you can see everyone in the lobby and you could just see what everyone's rocking. Again, everything just kind of fits more in line with like a more personalized experience if you were to make something like this. So if we do Find Game, you can see there's a whole bunch of different game modes that you could play. Team Deathmatch is 6v6, straight up deathmatch, use kill streaks to win the game, and also just by eliminating the enemy team. Mercenary Team Deathmatch is just with random teams, no parties allowed, kind of a pointless mode. Free-for-all is free-for-all. Domination, there's 3 flags. You got to make sure you capture all the flags in order for you to win. Ground War is just TDM and domination, but with like 9v9. Demolition's like Search and Destroy, except it's unlimited spawns, but there's like a spawn limit. It's a pretty fun mode. Sabotage is another kind of mode. Headquarters, another kind of mode. Search and Destroy, you already know what Search and Destroy is, I would assume. And then there's all these other sort of modes. Moving on from that, though, you can also set up a private match with you and some buddies. I also think this is a pretty cool idea, but again, getting something like this with like a UI sort of thing, or with 2.0 in general, I feel like this is almost like an impossibility in order for us to actually make this work. I'm just being straight up here, but if I could do this, that would be really cool. So then we have a Create a Class system. Now with this, I would like it if you could unlock weapons at certain levels and you can make your own custom loadout without needing to just have everything all at once. I feel like people should earn the somewhat better weapons. So if we go to primary and then assault rifles here, you can see here that we have multiple different guns. We have the M4A1, the FAMAS, the Scar from Fortnite, TAR-21, the FAL, the M16. This was also in Fortnite as a full auto AR that we've had since like chapter 1, but this is actually a 3-round burst in this game. ACR, very accurate, fully auto gun. F2000, kind of a gimmicky weapon, but again, if you get the level for it, you can use a fun gimmicky weapon. And then the AK-47 at tier 70, or level 70 rather. And again, I think unlocking weapons and unlocking perks and different sort of weapons, I think would actually create incentive for people to want to play the game. And one big thing I would definitely make sure is that the higher level you are, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to unlock the best weapons. The last thing I want is for people to have a severe advantage over people just because they're a higher level. I think you should be rewarded with better weapons if you are at a higher level, but I don't want to make it so it's like, oh, you have the most insane weapons because you grind out the mode. I would appreciate that people actually try the mode out and actually play it and maybe make it like a thing that they do kind of often, but I don't want to make it so like new players have a hard time with actually playing the game because, oh, well, they don't play it enough. You know what I mean? We got machine pistols here, G18, the Raffica, the TMP. Moving on to shotguns as secondaries, that's a pretty interesting idea to have these. Again, I don't know how exactly I would actually manage this. This is not set in stone on how I would actually do this, but I'm just showing you what they have in Modern Warfare 2, the 2009 version. You got pistols as well. These were all really not that great. You're better off just using a machine pistol in this game, or a shotgun. Like, I don't know why they were like, oh yeah, you could use a normal pistol. No one ever really did that. But then moving on to equipment, You got frag grenades, we have that already in the game. Semtex are just like sticky bombs, like the clingers. Throwing knife, it's a gimmick, but it was fun. We also have the tactical insertion where you can actually choose where you respawn, kind of a fun thing. Very obvious to see it on the ground, but you literally choose your spawn. Pretty cool idea. We also have the blast shield, which was really useless. Claymore, you set it down, and then if anyone walked by it, we had something like this in Chapter 2, Season 2, with those like bouncing Betty sort of things where like it was on the ground and then it would come up and then just explode. It's kind of like that. And then C4 is just C4. We have this in Fortnite as well. It's crazy how much Fortnite has stolen from Modern Warfare 2. I'm just kidding. Flash grenade, stun grenade, and smoke grenade just as a side special weapon. Then we have perks. Now, perks weren't a thing in Fortnite until Chapter 4. So this actually makes a bit more sense now to cover this because, again, we didn't have this in Fortnite, but now we do. So for Call of Duty, they have Marathon, which is unlimited sprint. Sleight of Hand is faster reloading. Scavenger is resupplying from dead enemies. Bling is adding more attachments to your weapon. I didn't even go over the attachment part yet. And then One Man Army is a horrible perk, but it was exploited a lot, where basically what it did was that you could change your classes on the fly. So if I had this equipped, I could then switch to one of my other classes that I had here, which was insanely busted. And in all reality, though, was it really all that good? It was good for like a few strategies, but nothing too crazy there. And then we also have a perk 2 and a perk 3 slot. Whole bunch of things that actually improved the gameplay. And again, you earn these by leveling up. So if you want like Last Stand, for example, you have to get to level 41. It's a crap perk, but it's still something that you can unlock. Ninja was a really fun perk to have because it just made you invisible to heartbeat sensors. And if you leveled it up, you actually were silent when you moved around. That was the big thing. Scrambler gave you away. I don't know why that was a beneficial perk. I mean, it could kind of be beneficial, but it was really bad. Steady Aim increased the hip fire, and then Commando is increased melee distance. There was also death streaks in this game. I definitely would not put this in the game because this is all just kind of stupid, if I'm being honest. A lot of this was really bad. So that was it with that. And then we can go over the attachments here. So for like the Fortnite Scar, for example, you could do a grenade launcher, a red dot sight, a silencer, an ACOG scope, FMJ to increase the penetration of bullets. Depending on what cover your enemy is behind, you could shoot through that kind of like wood or the wall. Shotgun attachment, it came with a shotgun attachment. It wasn't very good. Holographic sight's just another different kind of sight. Heartbeat sensor tracks enemy locations, kind of a newbie thing to use, but it's still an option. Thermal sight, you just see through smoke and all the enemies light up in complete white. And then extended mags just increases your ammo capacity. Really about it. And each weapon has their own different sort of attachments, but that's pretty much what we had there. Moving on to call sign and kill streak. So for kill streaks here, I don't know how easy this would be to implement in Creative 2.0, if I'm being honest here. We'll go over all the ones from Modern Warfare 2, and we could see what we could kind of like see, what would be something that would work. UAV just shows enemies on the minimap for 30 seconds. It's super easy to get. It's 3 kills, and it's a pretty useful kill streak. Then we have the care package, which was 4 kills. It drops a random kill streak or ammo. For a 4 kill streak, in order for you could actually get a 15 kill streak thing with a 4-player kill streak. Like, this was kind of insane, and people did use it. Counter UAV just blocks the radar for 30 seconds. Sentry gun, it's a auto target sentry gun that you can place on the ground, and what it will do is it will just target enemies. It's pretty good. Predator missile, it's a remote control missile, pretty self-explanatory. Precision airstrike, you could just call airstrike that just goes 3 times in whatever direction and whatever placement you put it in. Harrier strike is the same thing as precision airstrike, except on the 3rd time it goes over, there is a spare jet or Harrier that is around and it just shoots enemies. It's insanely good. Attack helicopter, it's just an attack helicopter. Emergency airdrop is 4 random kill streaks or ammo. Again, pretty good for an 8 kill streak you could possibly get. A really good thing like a chopper gunner or an AC-130. Pavelo is like the helicopter, except this thing does way more damage. It's way more strong, and it takes less. It's a lot more difficult to take out of the sky. Stealth bomber, just you could put it over the map, and it's basically like the precision airstrike, except it does a lot more damage, and it's also undetectable on enemy maps. I don't think this is all that crazy of a perk that it kind of does that, but it's still something. Chopper gunner is insane. It's just you're the gunner of an attack helicopter and this thing just goes ham. AC-130, be the gunner of an AC-130, insanely strong. EMP destroys all kill streaks in the sky and everything like that, as well as it just disables enemy electronics for like a minute. It's really not that great, but it's still something. And then the tactical nuke just ends the game. If you got a 25 player kill streak, you could use the tactical nuke and just end the game entirely, which is kind of insane. So moving on to titles, here are all of my titles I have so far on my PC version of Modern Warfare 2. I guarantee you if I load up my Xbox 360 version, I'd have everything because I think I was put into a lobby that just gave me everything, so that was pretty cool there. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of different kinds of like styles of calling card. Each one kind of specializes in like different things on like what you had to do with it. Now with this game, sadly, it doesn't tell you exactly what you needed to do. There is a wiki page out there that tells you how you earned everything. There were other games in the Call of Duty series that would show you exactly what you did to earn those sort of things. Unfortunately with this game though, it does not show that. We also have challenges for everything. I mean, like, get 5 kills with headshots while using an LMG, fire an entire AR assault rifle magazine into your enemies without missing. Same with SMGs, LMGs, sniper rifles, multi-kills with RPGs, multi-kills with claymores, frag grenades, kill 2 or more enemies with a single sniper rifle bullet. That's another big thing I want to in Creative 2.0. I wanted to make it so with a sniper, you could kill 2 enemies with 1 bullet. We don't even have that in Fortnite right now, and that kind of sucks. I would like to see a collateral damage sort of thing that you could do where if there's like 5 people in a row and you shoot a bullet, it goes through all 5 of them. I think that'd be insanely fun to have something like that. There's also just play an entire match without dying, get 10 kills in a single match without dying. I got that done and I got a calling card for that. So basically, I want to add more customization with players. I want to have a lot more going on with the game, and I think I can do that if they give us the tools possible to make Modern Warfare 2 2009 in Fortnite Creative 2.0. That is my plan. That is what I want to do, and I want to know, guys, what do you think about the idea? So guys, that's it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, let me know with a like and subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. If you'd like to use me for support a creator, my code is ITF. And if you're in the market for some gaming scented candles, check out wiccandskull.com. Use code ITF to save yourself 10% off of your order. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later. See ya.